Hi, this is Dwayne Walker coming to you from Las Vegas, where last week I went to the Tropicana cinemas and got to see the movie Superman. Now, I want to mention that this is not just totally a review about Superman as much as it is the Tropicana cinemas, because this was a plaza. Movie theaters have now taken in arena settings and are really expensive, with expensive refreshments, expensive tickets, everything priced sky high. This is a place in Las Vegas where the tickets were actually $5.50. And I thought this place was closed down because when COVID happened, it was shut down tight. And every time I've been over there in that area, even since COVID for the last 2 or 3 years, it still seemed to be closed. So I was surprised to find that it was still open. And of course, when I saw that Superman was there and it only cost $5.50, I wanted to check it out. It has been quite popular in the last couple of weeks because there's been a number of conservative people who've been criticizing the movie, castigating it, saying that it's woke and I don't know, supposedly advocating these anti-American views like, oh, I don't know, empathy. The funny thing about it is that after I came out of watching Superman, I was thinking, you know, it really wasn't as woke as I thought it was. In fact, if you really want to see woke, I would recommend going back in time to 1951 to the Superman TV series with George Reeves, and specifically a movie that they made from the series called Superman and the Mole Man, where an oil company drills and disturbs the home of the Mole Man, and they come out, and actually it's been a long time since I've seen it, so I'm really kind of dusty on the plot. I think I did see it when I was a kid, but at that time it came out through the TV shows and it was on syndication. But I saw a few clips on YouTube and a few things surprised me. The crowd tries to go into the hospital to get the Mole Man, and Superman stops them. And listen to his speech when he tries to stop the crowd.
Now I'm going to give you one last chance to stop acting like Nazi stormtroopers. Who are you to tell us what to do? All I'm telling you is that that little creature in there has as much right to live as you do.
At the time this movie was made, we were just a few years out of World War II and fighting Hitler. So Nazi stormtroopers was pretty fresh in the minds of people, and they didn't mind talking about it. Today, you're kind of a little bit nervous of even using the term Nazi on YouTube because you're afraid it might get you demonetized. We have to kind of double check ourselves before we even use the N-word, and the N-word in this case is Nazi, not the other one. It's incredible, but he calls it. Now, let's listen some more.
Don't forget, you invaded his world. You sank a pipe 6 miles into the ground. And when he climbed up, you set dogs on him, shot him.
So did you catch that? Now he's criticizing the oil industry, the fossil fuel industry, because they dug and disturbed the home of the Mole Man. There's a 1951 Superman basically criticizing the oil industry for displacing people and their homes, even though those homes might be about 12 feet below ground. But it doesn't stop there. Now we're talking about gun control.
Get inside and stay away from the front of the building. Whoever fired that shot came close to killing Miss Lane. Obviously, none of you can be trusted with guns, so I'm going to take them away from you.
They can't use guns correctly, so he's going to confiscate their guns. Wow. I wonder if today's Superman, even the James Gunn, would even go that far. Because when I saw this new Superman movie, the closest I saw to any kind of a woke speech was when he talked about how being human is a superpower. Oh, really? Okay. Being human is your superpower. Okay, great. Yeah, that sounds taking chances there. But you know, when I think about the George Reeves Superman, and even Christopher Reeves in Superman 4, where he was going to rid the world of nuclear power.
Against the threat of nuclear war is Superman.
I'm going to do what our governments have been unwilling or unable to do. Effective immediately, I'm going to rid our planet of all nuclear weapons.
And then even going back just a few more years ago, when Supergirl was on, as well as Superman and Lois. Both those shows also kind of got into some interesting political situations without even having to name Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberals, because in that case it was the aliens. There were other aliens besides Supergirl and Superman who came to Earth, and they were causing trouble. And so there was some talk about, well, we got to keep these aliens in line.
Today, we take our planet back!
Keep spreading the good word, brother.
Pro-alien march has been organized.
That brought about some very interesting episodes as anti-space alien sentiment was talked about in the TV series, which was, interestingly, like most great science fiction, a nice little cover to talk about our real social issues with aliens, as it were, from other countries who are here on asylum because of terrible devastation that happened in their countries, just like some of the aliens in Supergirl and Superman and Lois came here because of terrible devastations that happened to their planets. So all in all, the superhero series, there's always been this, there's always been a political undertone to it. So that's certainly nothing new. But ultimately, I thought that this Superman was kind of mild by past standards when it came to things like woke. But at the end of it, there was a row of 12-year-old boys and kids in front of me who were like clapping when the movie was over. And, you know, I'm thinking, well, as long as, you know, the morals are there and, you know, the values that we equate with Superman are still there and haven't been tilted, you know, that's good. As long as they get implanted in their little minds, that's fine. So I don't really have a problem with the new Superman. It just wasn't my Superman. Every generation gets a Superman that's for them. The ones in the 50s and 60s got George Reeves. My generation got Christopher Reeves. The millennials and the Z's probably got Henry Cavill. And anyone, whatever we're going to call this new generation who are 12 years old now, they're going to have, I don't even know the actor's name, but that's going to be their Superman. But interesting movie, but if you're talking about woke, take a step into the Wayback Machine and go back to the Adventures of Superman with George Reeves. So thank you for watching Psycho Cinema Therapy Theater, and I'll see you next time. And if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and like.